going to be developing a fishbone, and later on we're going to be tomorrow's lesson, we're going to be breaking you up into groups of 4, where you're going to color your fish diagram, and you're going to laminate them, and we're going to put them up on a wall for display in the classroom, and we're going to evaluate you on the quality of your work, your effort, your participation. But for today, we're going to create one mind together of natural disasters. So here's our demonstration. Our topic is natural disasters. We want to know what they are, what they do, and some examples. So right now, we can have a volunteer. Our fish is going to go this way. So what are some examples of natural disasters? If we think tornadoes down in the States just recently, current events.
Flooding.
Flooding.
Earthquake.
Earthquake.
Tsunami.
Tsunami. Fire. Okay, here we see some examples of natural disasters. Of course, that's not all of them, but there's others. And like I said, tomorrow's lesson, you're going to be broken up into groups of 4, and you'll have to create your own fishbone. What's that Venn diagram? All right, so now we're going to break this down into a fishbone, and we're going to look at what they are and what they do, getting ideas from yourself. What are some examples? What havoc do they create? So class, here's our natural disasters. We have some examples that you've given us. Now we're going to be looking for some characteristics of these natural disasters. Okay, class. Tornadoes. What are some characteristics? What do these tornadoes do?
High winds.
High winds. What else can we say about tornadoes?
Spin.
They spin. Tornadoes.
Attack trailer courts.
Overland.
Okay, it's the land base. Do they have tornadoes out on the water?
They can move out over the water.
Oh, yeah, it's hurricanes. I was going to say destructive.
Very destructive. Very destructive. Not nice things, these tornadoes. Okay, now we can go on to floods. What are some key points we can say about floods?
Lots of water.
Lots of water. Too much water.
Yeah.
Too much water. Cindy, what can you say about floods?
They can damage our houses.
Damage our houses.
Take out roads.
Take out roads.
Loss of life.
Loss of lives. We're a very agricultural community in our province.
Drown out crops.
Drawn out crops.
Can they happen anywhere? question. They haven't,
According to your,
Okay, we're gonna go on to fires. Very hot.
Hot.
Very hot.
it's getting hot here.
What else can we say about natural disasters? We could be having a wiener
Caused
roast,
by
and that wouldn't be a
Loss of property and lives. Fires
loss of
caused by
property and lives.
destroys natural habitat for wildlife.
Destroys natural habitat. Those grass fires in Alberta. A lot of-
Yeah, destroys the ecosystem.
Destroys the ecosystem.
Does it rejuvenate the ecosystem?
That's debatable.
Secondary.
Thingy, forest. One more, forest. Destroys forest. Forest fires. A lot of our boys go up north and fight fires. All right, moving on. We're gonna go to our next topic, which is earthquakes. Earthquakes. First, let's look at the characteristic. What is an earthquake? What causes an earthquake?
It's when the plate tectonics separate and then it feels a shift in the ground.
Isn't it when they collide and they go over top of each other? There's different
Well,
kinds.
yeah,
Movement
depends on what
movement
line.
of the plates along the fault.
Because the one that happened at Esterhazy, what caused that? That was, something in the ground going underground.
They can shift like this, or they can shift like this, they can shift all different
It's a shifting
directions.
plate.
Several kinds. So the plate tectonics shift.
Okay. Get the plates. All right, what else can we say about earthquakes?
Underground.
Underground? All right, we haven't heard of a earthquake in the sky, so it's underground.
Yeah, that's right,
Right, good point.
Yeah.
Very obvious.
Varies in magnitude.
Yes.
Varies in magnitude.
We have a
Yeah.
2.8, 1.2.
Only in grade 5, you said?
She's very smart. Grade 5 or.
Do they only happen in certain key areas? Like they know pretty much where they're gonna happen, don't they?
They're more
Like fault
prevalent.
lines?
More prevalent where
Or they're most prevalent?
In certain areas. Just only in certain areas.
Isn't that the same as tornadoes and, well, tornadoes and tsunami, or, tsunamis?
They're very
It's all
regional.
one-
There's only certain regions of the topography.
Yeah. Could be measured with that thingy.
Richter scale.
No, the thing that
Very
actually measures
smart
it.
class.
Very smart.
All right, we're gonna go on to the next one, which is a tsunami. We think back to a few years ago, there was a very serious tsunami. I forget which part of the world that was.
Japan?
Japan had one, and then before that it was
Thailand.
Thailand.
Right, okay. So basically, what's the characteristics of a tsunami? What are we talking about?
Massive destruction.
Underground
A giant
earthquake,
wave.
isn't it?
Water.
Under the ocean earthquake,
Under the ocean. And then the waves just go.
and the waves double, yeah.
So it's an underground
How do you write that?
earthquake. And then separately, we can put huge waves.
Or underwater, yeah.
Huge wave. Okay, so generally, they're very massive, they're very destructive, they're underground, ocean earthquake, and it creates a huge wave, which usually hits what?
Land.
Land,
Good, good,
yeah.
good.
The Krakatoa, that wasn't caused by an earthquake, that was caused by a volcano.
Which one?
Krakatoa. Ask my
East of
surgeon.
Java.
Oh, yeah, that's another natural disaster, a volcano.
Yeah, we were defining, you couldn't look at
Volcano, we can add volcano, for future, in your, science number 2 tomorrow, second period class, you can add volcanoes, and you can color these, put them on display on the walls, you can laminate them, you can, make them your own creation. But right now, here we have an example of, the fishbone. I'd like to thank my associates,